Brad Stanton, our buddy Brad says, simple question. Do you like the name Hardcore Holly?
Love it. It's definitely Bob Holly. Although, when you think of hardcore, you think of chairs and ladders and stuff, but Bob just having that name next to him, it was like hardcore, like badass Holly. That's what he truly meant by it. He didn't mean like tables, ladders, and chairs. Oh my. He meant that, I'm a hardcore guy.
Yeah. Matt M., do you know instantly that the moonsault broke Holly's arm?
No, but I didn't know what I hit. It felt like I hit a truck with my shin. Okay. I didn't realize that Bob rolled over and put his arm up to block, the move from hitting his stomach. And right there, man, I hit his arm, and it hit so hard. I didn't know I broke his arm. I thought it was his ribs or his leg. I didn't know his arm was up, higher. So unfortunately, I felt so badly about that, man. That's the biggest mess up I've had in the business, in the history of my business, in the business. Yeah.
Guys, if you don't watch it on YouTube, watching Kurt watch that clip is worth watching it on YouTube. Yeah, you were like a scared kid. Matt Godfrey, was Bob ever stiff with you?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I was stiff with Bob.
You guys were snug with each other, you would say.
Snug. I wouldn't say stiff. We were snug, though. We laid in. We both did. We both liked that kind of style. Same with Chris Benoit.
Yeah, same thing.
Brock Lesnar, too. If you're an amateur wrestler, you're going to be stiff. Not that Bob Holly was, but he was a badass, and he was a brawler, and he liked the stiff stuff.
Yeah. All right. 2 more questions. Jeremy Priest, was Bob one of the toughest guys you ever faced?
He is the toughest guy I faced, without a doubt. I think that Bob Holly would have beaten up 99.9% of the guys in the locker room.
For real. Shoot fighting.
For real, yes.
Yeah.
Tough as nails. The toughest guy I've ever met.
Bobby with the last question of the week. Paulie B and Kurt, thank you so much for this podcast. I really enjoy hearing Kurt's take on different aspects of his career. Kurt, did you ever see Bob Holly as anything less than main event talent?
No, I didn't. I always thought Bob would make it to main event. I thought he would win world titles. I thought that he would have a lot of success in the company. Unfortunately, he didn't. And I feel a little bit partially responsible for that.
Guys, and if you didn't get a chance to check it out, we mentioned a couple matches. I'd say go back and watch those matches with Kurt, and you'll see exactly the chemistry
we had great chemistry. Yeah, we had some great matches together. Yes.
Well, next week, Kurt, it's No Way Out 2004, the night Eddie Guerrero defeats Brock Lesnar to become WWE champion. You wrestle Big Show and John Cena in a triple threat #1 contenders match. We're going to talk about the build, including you being knocked out on SmackDown. You probably don't even remember that, do you? Because you were knocked out.
Nope, I don't.
We're going to talk about it all, and it's going to be a blast. No Way Out 2004. Guys, come back and join us. Also, we talk a lot about Kurt's WWE career and his TNA Impact career, and you can check out all of his past moments on Impact at impactwrestling.com/packages and sign up with the code Kurt. That helps us, and we appreciate you doing that. I'm telling you, you're going to see some of Kurt's best matches ever, Kurt, on Impact Wrestling, right?
Oh, yeah. And you know what? I hate to admit this, but I had a little bit better of a career in TNA than I did WWE. And that's hard for me to say because I had an incredible career in WWE, but I really came into my own about 6 or 7 years into the business. And that's when I started in TNA, and I was there for a good 11 years.
Yeah, great matches over there. So if you could do that, impactwrestling.com/packages, and the code is Kurt. I see them adding content in HD constantly. I'm talking about the weekly shows, all the pay-per-views. That's the place to go, and that helps us out. Also, check us out on ad-free shows. You get all the shows early, ad-free, plus bonus shows. Plus, you get to see all the bonus stuff that they're working on. Conrad just talked to Gary Juster on the podcast. He talks about behind the scenes with the AWA, the NWA, Ring of Honor, and now MLW. And that's on a show called The Insiders. Guys, I'm telling you, if you're a wrestling fan and you love wrestling content and you want to hear stories you've never heard before, go over to adfreeshows.com and check it out. You can find our merchandise and get a sweatshirt for this cold weather, just like I'm wearing right now at boxofgimmicks.com. And you can look in the collections for Kurt Angle Show. And Kurt, I do want to show a sneak peek to our folks on YouTube, if I don't pull the headphones right out of my head as I do this. But there is something that is going to be added to the store, and I know because Kurt just autographed them for me, and we've shipped him the Box of Gimmicks to have them put on the store. 1 minute, Kurt, while I grab, and I want to show our YouTube audience what it is.
Okay, play the elevator music.
Yeah. Here I come. I'm not too far away, but guys, I'm showing now, if you're watching the YouTube, if you can see this, this is a picture of all the guests from 2021 that were on the Kurt Angle Show. JD, who many of you are familiar with his artwork, designed this 11 by 17 poster. Kurt is in the middle with his Kurt Angle belt. It says 2021 with the Angle Show, and it's every single guest that was on the Kurt Angle Show with Kurt in the middle.
Some great guests too, yeah.
Rey Mysterio, Samoa Joe, Mercedes Varnado, formerly Sasha Banks, and so many others, Randy Orton and Edge. Kurt has autographed this poster, every single one. They are going to be on the store, and we're going to do a poster like this every single year.